Good morning, everybody. This is Janie at Janie's Journals. And this morning I decided that I wanted to just mess around with some clusters. I have some Amazon packaging that I'm going to use. And last night I did these. I didn't want to film it. I just wanted to get in here and just play around. And I made these tiny clusters. And they're not completed. You know, they're just little bits and pieces that I had, and I put them together to have the base of a cluster, basically. So I wanted to show you those, and then I'm going to show you everything that I have to work with today on these clusters. I hope you guys are doing good, and I really do appreciate you stopping to check out my video. Let's get into what we're making today. Here's the Amazon packaging that I'm using. It's the padded envelope. It's got this stuff here in it. And all I did, pull this down here so I can look at it. I just took those and I cut them up into pieces like this. And some of them I sewed around, and some I did not. And I used a variety of threads. I've got blue, I've got green, I think there's even some gold in here. So this is the bases that I'm going to use today. And put them out of the way. Then I have stuff, just stuff. These are birds and flowers that I have cut out of magazines. This is leftovers from a piece of scrapbook paper that I had, and it's got letters and numbers on it. These are offcuts from a calendar that I took apart. In this little baggie, I've got just miscellaneous die cuts that I had cut for projects but didn't use everything. Book pages that are, looks like they're all coffee dyed. Some of them have got that grit paste on them, and some of them have just got gesso on them. These are stamped images. Whenever, again, I'm working on different projects, I may stamp off a couple of things, and when I'm watching TV, I just fussy cut them out. And this is just a mess. It is just stuff. There is, I don't want to pull everything out, but there's offcuts from scrapbook paper. There's a printed bird. There's just miscellaneous stuff in here. There's stamps, more birds, and this is the same thing. This whole bag. This one I will pull out of here. So I use this as sometimes focal points. Like this flower, I may just cut off the head of the flower and use it, not necessarily the whole thing. There's that whole little bag is filled with stamps, or I'm sorry, stickers. Stickers is what I'm meaning. So this is just stuff that I can just grab. And then I have my Distress Oxide, of course. I've got butterflies. So I have all kinds of butterfly stickers. I have butterflies that I have fussy cut. I've got some, this is just some corrugated cardboard that was going into the trash. I have eyelets in here. I can't get them open. There we go. They're just eyelets. I have rusted paper clips in here. I have to fix the camera a little bit here. It looks like it's, there we go. And I've I've got a few background stamps and a couple of stays on ink pads. Sorry about the arm. I've also got this little dish that stays on my desk, and it's just miscellaneous things that I have culled from other projects. I know these are some Tracy Fox labels in there. Most of my Fussy Cut birds are either from Shabby Dabby Doodah or Roxy Creations. So I have those. And then I have some printed materials. There's grungy mini labels by the numbers, and this is Saturday Stamper at Etsy. These are from 9 of Crones on Etsy, and this one I printed on coffee stained paper, so they look really grungy. And I also printed them on just white copy paper in a smaller size. I use these quite a bit. I have got from Pink Monarch Prints some of their printouts, and again I've printed some on coffee stained paper. This is coffee stained paper that I've ironed to make it a little bit flatter to go through my copier, but it still kind of gets hung up and causes these black marks, which I like. I think it kind of adds to the grungy look of them. So I have 4 sheets of those. I'm going to leave them out. I've got plenty. So we're going to get started. And I don't have a plan, have no idea what I'm thinking. I'm just going to kind of go with it here. Oh, I've got a few more things. Here I have a coffee filter from our coffee yesterday morning. I've got, these are just some printed birds on cloth. This is a piece of a doily that I coffee stained. This is one of those paper doilies. And then I've got a piece of parchment paper that's also been coffee stained. So, no plan here. Just gonna kind of go with the flow of things and see what happens. I don't know that I'm going to talk through the whole thing. I'm usually not a big talker, but we'll see how that works out. I did last night. I did do this. This is one of these little pieces of packaging, and I just hand stitched all around the edge of it, and then I used some blue ink and I just inked some text background. It's got that code on there, and I thought that was kind of neat. And I also found this guy. He's in rough shape. He was in a sticker book that I have, and I thought I would start here, and I found this little mouse. Looks like the mouse maybe gave the cat a hard time. So this is going to be my first one, and you know, I realize I didn't do this one necessarily with y'all, but you get the gist of what I'm doing here. So I live in Missouri, and I live on a farm, and it is baby season on the farm. We had in here a couple days ago, we had a shipment of baby chicks that came in sooner than they were supposed to, and we had them here in the house, and I tried to do a video, and it was so loud, those chicks peeping in the background, that I finally just gave up and decided not to do a video that day. And we've got baby goats being born. We've got baby calves all over the place. It's just, spring is a very active time of year for this little farm. And I love it. I really do. I'm hoping spring is here. I don't know. were calling for snow just last Friday. Thank goodness we never got it, but the weather here is just crazy. Okay. Just gonna put this together, and even though this is a sticker and it obviously has sticky stuff on the back of it, I still use glue because I want it to actually stay stuck for a while. And this is the only one that I have kind of pre-planned, and I only did that by accident. Just happened to be messing with the wanting to sew on the background, or sew on the Amazon packaging, and then I glanced over and I saw this cat in my sticker book, and I thought, well, he's too cute not to use. Okay. It says some days are just hard. Poor guy. All right. And I think I'm going to put one of those eyelets in the corner of this. Oh goodness. So I assume everyone is having a good day and getting some crafting done. It is Monday and my husband has gone for work, so I have the whole day to do whatever I want to. Tomorrow, my mother-in-law and myself and 3 sister-in-laws are going to go to a little town just south of us and have lunch together and maybe do a little bit of shopping. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Okay. I think he's good enough. I gotta put these somewhere where I can remember which ones I've done. All right. And now comes the part with no plan. Let's just see what we want to do. I've got this green sewn one. And I think I'm going to start with these. With one of these letters. We'll just use number 1. Keep looking for my ink up here. I might as well move it up there. And I'm trying to kind of get away from inking everything that I do. I mean, I love the look of it, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that I feel like I do it so much that if I ever had a project that I wanted something a little less vintage or less distressed, I wouldn't have very much ephemera to go with it because I do so much inking. Okay, let's use one of these. I'm just gonna use the top little number. just leave it like that too. I should at least make it straight. And I may have to stop and switch over to a glue stick, because if y'all use this art glitter glue, you know what I'm going to say about how it tends to clog up if you leave it sit for very long. My goodness. These stickers are a little bit shiny, so I do kind of run some ink across them to dull them down a little bit. So there's that. I feel like I need something up here. I may just do a wee bit of stamping, just so that it doesn't look quite so plain. Okay. There's two done. I like doing these because I don't have to think. I just put stuff down. And I kind of intuitively know when it looks good to my eye. I'm going to use another butterfly here. And I think that kind of comes from just, you know, after so long of crafting, even though I haven't been junk journaling for very long, I have been scrapbooking and crafting for years and years. And I just intuitively know what my eye likes. So we're going to do that. Let's get one of these grungy labels. Let's see this. I know you're not able to see this, but I'll come in there with it in just a second. And I think this is grungy enough. It absolutely doesn't need ink. Go ahead and get my glue stick out. Put that there. And I think I'm going to use a piece of this on there. I love to watch Artie Mays when she does her clusters. And she just puts stuff, she has stuff all over her desk. Y'all have seen her do her thing. And she will have stuff all over her desk. And she makes some of the neatest things. And I can't find anything if I do that. You'll see her just root around and she will dig out the coolest looking pieces. And you're thinking, how in the world does she even find that stuff in there? But she does. Okay, there's another one. We're moving right along. I did not look to see how long I have been going here, but I don't want to go for too long. Okay. Next one. Let's do this little one here. Okay. I've got that. Yeah, I don't want to do that. What else have I got? I've got these butterflies, but I just did some butterflies, so let's choose something different. Oh, here's a green stamp. And I like this one too. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, these stamps might be Artie Mays. They might be. I actually kind of like that for a base. But these would look good on here. I may cut this one down a little bit. And I tell you what, I'm not as good about cutting tiny things straight as I used to be. So I think I'll rely on this little cutter that I have. Yeah, that's a little more like it. I am going to ink the edge of this though, because it's got the white edge from the copy paper on it, and that just stands out way too much. So I live in Missouri. I work part-time in a pharmacy. I've been a certified pharmacy technician for, oh gosh, probably 25 years or so. It's been a while. And I love the work. Sometimes the people are a little difficult to deal with, to be honest. I mean, they can be, but I try to keep in mind a lot of times they come in and they're in pain from, you know, an emergency room visit, or they are terribly sick. We've had quite a bit of COVID, as I'm sure everyone else has too. So I do try to keep that in perspective, that I'm not seeing them on their best day, for sure. I'm going to look, I've got these Tim Holtz Ideology stickers, quotes, I guess I should say. Let's see. Trying to find one that will be okay on here. I'm just going to use this one. I don't know if it's the right one or not, but it's the one I'm going to use. And again, even on these, I put a little bit of glue on them because I want them to stick. It says, "And voices soft and sweet." And it's actually got one of these stamps has got a little lady on it, so I guess that's a good enough saying for it. Okay. Let's see if I've got one that I can use that on. How about this? Yeah. But again, I'm going to cut it down some. Should have used the little green cutter. It's all right. And that's kind of a heavier cardstock, so I think I will use the art glitter glue on it just to make sure that it stays. Excuse my fingernails because I have been using a lot of inks and dyes here lately. Oh, you know what? There's something else I was going to get out and I didn't do it. But I will. Just a second. Let me grab something. I have these postage stamp stickers, or not stickers, postage stamps. And I sometimes like to use some of these. I don't need one of the round ones. Get a small block for it. And I'm gonna use a background stamp that's got some text on it. And I think I'll make this black so it stands out just a little more. Put it over that. Next, I have got, let me look through these die cuts and see what I've got in here. Oh gosh, I hate it when they don't have one edge of the little baggie a little bit shorter so that you can peel them apart easier. So I'm going to do that. There we go. Okay, let's see what we've got in here. All kinds of stuff, my goodness. Okay. Let's go with this one. I've got all kinds of leaves and I'm just going to start with this one and see what else happens. Got all kinds of them. This one has got little, oh, I thought that needed to be poked out. I think it does. I wonder if that's why this is an offcut, is because it didn't completely punch through. Yep, I would think that's probably why. Goodness, there it is. Getting a little sloppy with my glue, but that's okay because it dries clear. What else have I got? It's a mess. Do I want another leaf or Maybe a butterfly on this one would work. I don't make clusters a whole lot, and I think part of the reason is because I don't like the cleanup after, because you have to put everything back up. I like that one. I do anyway. I can't just leave piles of stuff. Couple, probably, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago, I found these wooden boxes at an estate sale, and I got 3 of them. Sorry about that, didn't mean to hit you. I got 3 of them, and I use them all the time, so I guess if I wanted to, I could possibly just leave all of this stuff inside one of them and then just dig through it. But that's my thing. Like, if I mix these die cuts with these butterflies, it drives me crazy, because when I'm looking for a butterfly, I want to look through nothing but butterflies. And it's probably something I need to work on, but that's how I am. I haven't yet found a good way to organize everything other than in these little baggies that I have. And that actually seems like it works well enough for me, so I guess as long as nobody else is in my craft area, that will work. I'm going to put this butterfly on top. I think I am. Yeah. Okay. Put that back down. Put him on top. And that doesn't seem to be sticking very well. Speed crafting here. Okay, I've got another one with blue, and there was a really pretty blue butterfly in here. Oh, you know what though? I like this. Let's see if I can find. Yeah, I like that. Gonna do that. The only complaint I have about this Amazon packaging is that white fluffy stuff that's inside there, like this right here. Sometimes that drives me a little bonkers, that it sticks out. You know, it starts popping out from between the layers of material, like that there. I don't know if you can see that. But a lot of times on these sewn ones, I'll go in and I'll use, you know, something sharp, and I'll go in and I'll pick that white stuff out of there, like this, just so that it's not stuck out. Okay, I like that. What will I put on it? Let's see. I mean, it's a postcard, so maybe if I find a small stamp. one. I'll just stick it in the corner. And for me, these clusters don't really have to be like completely done where they're totally ready to go on a page, because I feel like I want to make them more, I want to make them match whatever it is that I'm working on, you know. Just look in here. I don't know if I like that or not. Now, I think this is good. But I like to, you know, like if I'm going to put this one on a background page. Let's see what I've got in my scraps right here. Like if I'm going to put this on here, then I might want to put a yellow button or a gold button or something that's going to make this, the cluster, match the background a little bit better. So a lot of times, well, most of the time, I do just leave them like this and figure I'll finish them whenever I put them on my whatever project I'm working on. And I don't want that either. Okay. Let's do this one, and let's find something else to go on there. I also sometimes feel like if I give myself too many choices, it's really hard for me to decide what I want to do. Because I get just almost a little bit overwhelmed with everything that I have. I think I'm going to switch this out. And what else have I got over here? There's one. Yeah. I think I'll do this. But yeah, I haven't bought craft supplies in months, literally, because I have so much and I've got to start using up what I have. Because just buying more, I feel like it doesn't make me any more creative. It just makes me feel overwhelmed with what I have. And then I just sit in here and kind of look at everything and don't know what in the world to do with it. So I've decided not to buy anything other than, you know, the usable, the things that I use up, the glues and stuff like that. But I have got all the stamps that I need. I've got all the stickers that I need. I just need to use what I have. I'm wondering if everybody gets that way. You kind of get to the point, even my scraps, I mean, I've got scraps that are probably 10 or 15 years old. And here lately, it's been kind of to the point where I'm pulling those scraps out and I'm like, I'm just tossing this. I haven't used it in this many years. I'm not going to. I can't tell. I guess that's not a sticker. Maybe that's just a printed on a piece of paper. I can't tell. I think I want a word or some kind of sentiment on that one. Let's see. I'm not much of a talker on these videos, so I'm sorry if I'm boring you half to death. Alright, how long have I got here? 43 minutes. I think we are going to stop there and let me show you what I've made.